So number 44, Christo, represents teacher, connection with the fairies. The 14th silver ray of the new order and dawn of peace is a ray that assists us in holding the vision of the golden age and in looking at a new way of living with truth, harmony, love, and abundance. This ray will reflect our divine light into a new way of living on earth. We step through the 5D portal into a new way of being. This ray's Lady Master is Lady Nada Magda. It is our core center of gravity for balance in the human body on the physical plane. So again, think about all the changes happening to the gravitational records. It connects with the higher light codes to your crown chakra. So that's what it was talking about, that connection of the silver light with the violet ray.
Archangel Jeremiel's name means God's mercy. He is the angel of visions and dreams. He helps.
If you call on me, I will serve you and help bring you into balance with gentle white blues, rays of healing. Release your trauma, release your fears, and come back to love always. Gratitude to High Priestess Alcyone of the Palladian Collective for this message of love and light.
The name he adopted after his resurrection. So basically what they're saying is Sananda is the version of Jesus that resurrected and transformed. So now the soul that we know in his living moments, in his living soul journey, he incarnated, had his in-moment and present experiences, and then those experiences took his soul and then helped accelerate and ascend him into a higher dimension. You can get selenite knives. You can get the traditional wands. Actually, I have my moonstone bracelet on. May not be able to see the rainbows in it, but I feel like moonstone demonstrates that twin flame energy that we were just discovering, helping to connect with ancient knowledge and providing clarity in one's path. It also helps with balance and harmony. This is my 1,000-eye jasper tower I have, and I got it from No Longer Serve for our most whole and balanced self. Just letting go of the attachments and the experiences and the stories that do not serve. Uneashina toke naneyase me nakiana tote ma utineanaka esineano to ishimiana kuta meanakuna yanate usniana tukuna yanakuta na yate yamanakuta. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Welcome. May you be present in this beautiful divine rising, or day, or night, wherever you may be in this present time. As we take our time going into this space today, let's take a moment to give ourselves some self-care and some nurturing. If you have some oils, maybe some lotion, maybe you need to hydrate. Hydration check for everybody. Feel free to get your coffee ready, get your tea ready or your cacao, and get ready for a beautiful episode today. As we continue in our series from where we left off, as you guys can see, we were at the 14th ray, and that was the silver ray. And that is the silver ray of divine order and a new dawn. Now we are going to continue to transcend these divine rays of light as we now make our way into the final 3 divine rays of our 18-ray spectrum. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at which ray we are going to be connecting with today for the 15th ray of service.
Do you feel a deep, unexplainable connection to the star Sirius? This might be why. The 15th silver gold ray of divine light is now activating across our planet, bridging humanity to galactic consciousness. I'm ChristoLight, and in our next episode of Grand Rising, we'll explore this powerful cosmic energy that's changing how we perceive our place in the universe. This magnificent ray flows directly from Sirius, the great central sun, carrying both feminine silver grace and masculine gold authority. It's awakening us to our roles as galactic citizens, infusing our beings with splendor, truthfulness, and unlimited potential. Many lightworkers are feeling this call without understanding its source. The silver gold ray is the gateway to higher service beyond our planet, bringing harmony to those who connect with it. Join me as we dive deep into this transformative energy and learn how to consciously work with it. Tune into the new episode of Grand Rising with ChristoLight, where cosmic wisdom meets practical spirituality.
All right. The silver and gold ray of light of galactic service. So now we're going to step into divine ray that helps us bridge into our galactic awareness of who we are as a galactic citizen of service. So with that being said, they actually had already mentioned Sirius, and I didn't even know the AI was going to mention Sirius, but you know, the great central sun Sirius is going to be a big talk point that we are going to go over today in this silver and gold ray of light. But just like we always do, we're going to begin with our self-scan, self-check-in. For the self-scan, self-check-in, I guide us through the breath, and we just breathe as we focus on clearing our mind. And then we breathe and focus on clearing our emotions. Then we just do some more breathing. Then we focus on clearing our physical body. So I'm going to guide us through this very simple and basic practice just to kick us off, get us present, and let go of anything that could be distracting us today. So let's get into it. Allow yourself to get comfortable, as this is a meditative practice. You can sit, lay down, or if you're in motion, just allow yourself to mentally open and receive the energy. With that being said, get yourself comfortable. Begin to focus on the breath, breathing in through the nose, drawing the breath all the way down and through the body, and then exhaling out of the mouth. Inhaling through the nose Run the breath down the body. Exhaling out of the mouth. Continue to focus on this practice or this pattern with the breath. And I will guide us through the rest as you continue to breathe. And as we breathe, we are beginning to feel and sense a silver golden light drawing in with every breath as we begin to focus on the mind. Breathing into our mind as we observing do I have mental attachments to past experiences, to relationships and people in my past? Are they continuing to cycle inside of my mind in the background? Am I mentally in fear of the future, or am I stuck focusing on the future? And lastly, inside the mind, am I filled with negative thought patterns, dogmatic or limited beliefs that are keeping me in judgment and problems and blinding me from seeing the solutions, from being able to find the blessings and the silver lining? If any of this is present, may we just gently breathe unconditional love into our mind for a moment. Breathing. And letting go as the mind clears. We now begin to direct our focus to the feeling of our emotional body, beginning to feel our emotions. And as we breathe deeply through our body, this silver and gold light, we begin to feel and identify if there are any stagnant areas of our emotional energy, if there's any blockages, rigid, stiff, hard areas of the energy flowing. Moving our body, shaking our body in any ways necessary to help loosen the emotional body. Breathing as we observe. Do we have any emotional attachments that are causing codependency or narcissistic, controlling behaviors? Just remember to observe and not judge, remembering that we are not our experiences, we are not our behaviors, and it is okay to admit, to acknowledge if we have a negative behavior or pattern, as we are the alchemists and we get to bring the change right in this moment. Focusing on the emotional body, we are feeling if we have any overwhelming emotions, if we are being taken over by our unconscious energy, or if we have been impulsive, projective, and reactive. May we ground ourselves into our root chakra and center our emotions into our heart with every breath as we breathe. Now, as we breathe, we now make our way into our physical body, bringing focus to the physical, breathing into our body. And as we breathe into our cells, bringing oxygen, clearing way for the electrical life force to flow through the cellular system. Breathing into our skin, our muscles, ligaments, tissues, our blood and our bones, receiving the divine breath of the silver and golden ray. Recharging, purifying, and uplifting. Taking a moment to listen to our body and what does our intuition and our body have to tell us. Do we need to eat better? Do we need to eliminate something? Do we need to be more active? Do we need to rest and recharge more? Tap in, allow yourself to listen and hear what your body needs in this moment. All right. So now with the breath, just taking a moment to breathe as you feel. So allow yourself to be present and to feel this renewed sense of yourself through the mind, emotions, and body. And as you take your time returning and becoming present of your outside awareness, allow yourself to smile if you feel it. Allow yourself to feel the upliftment. Feel free to dance, to move, however you feel. With that being said, let's get ready to dive in and talk about this wondrous 15th ray, the silver and gold ray of galactic service, as we step into our galactichood as a galactic citizen. And before we begin, we have a October retreat coming up in just over a month with a Peruvian shaman, live music, holistic healing workshops, homemade cultural food, and much more. And this will be taking place in Ohio. It's a Peruvian shamanic healing retreat.
Experience the transformative power of ancient healing traditions. Welcome to a unique retreat where generations come together to heal and grow. From October 17th to 19th, just outside Cincinnati, dive into a rare generational healing retreat with camping hosted by ChristoLight of Sacred Light. This retreat is part of the Ancient Medicine Retreat series, featuring the honorable sacred guest, Peruvian shaman Don Eduardo with his wife, and his incredible team that includes Kevin Standing Elk, Jonathan Hernandez, Ashley Ballard, and Chris Rust. Join us for sacred ceremonies, flow shops, and one-on-one healing sessions led by skilled sacred space holders like Violet Lyrafe, Donnie Yvette, Mandy Schmidt, Jean Wilkerson, Cecily Simpson, and Angelic Ray. Feel the energy shift as you immerse yourself in holistic well-being. Bask in the healing power of live music from artists like Amber Echo, Shay Brown, Evan Sturgeon of Sturgeon Friends, Emerald Alliance, Aura de Prophet, and Illuminati Congo. And let's not forget the fire and flow arts that will light up our nights. Nourish your soul with delicious plant-based meals prepared by sacred indigenous chef, Grandma Katie Singing Eagle. Explore the vibrant energy of crystal gemstones with Allie Pratt from Organics Essence Gems and Gifts. This retreat is family-friendly with no alcohol or substances outside of 420. With a dedicated kiddo area and activities led by Shay Brown, everyone in the family can benefit from this healing experience. Thanks to our partnership with AJ Lardy of Operation Oscar Mike Inc., this retreat promises a supportive community atmosphere, especially for military vets looking for healing. Spaces are limited. Contact Marcus ChristoLight at 513-238-5580 for pricing and scheduling if needed. Visit the site on the flyer or the Jotform link in the description to register. Don't miss out on this transformative journey. One love.
Resurrected from the night, had to pay that price to achieve new heights. Fight with all my might to enlighten my sight. We coasting with potion, high five to the ground, bitch. We chosen. CLE got the flow like the ocean. Can escape when your brain is eroding. We got that light. Chakras celebrate, bright. Check my triple sight. Mission, yeah, you know we consciously. We got that light. Chakras celebrate, bright.
Triple sight. We got that light. Chakras hella bright. We on a mission. To unlock our intuition that has been asleep for too long. Now it's time to awaken. No faking. No persuading. We are the light to shine bright. Uh-oh. The Queen has spoken. October retreat is going to be epic healing. That's right. Cheers. Yeah, October's gonna be legendary. Like, whew, so many aspects. You guys saw it in the preview. Reach out if you have questions. I'd love to see you guys come out. You know, this will probably never happen again the way that it's happening. And there's opportunities with medicine of the plants as well, Peruvian style. That just doesn't happen all the time in Ohio. So there's many aspects and beautiful things coming together, and it's not all the time we get to have this many beautiful folks in one space. So, as we continue, we are now going to make our way into the silver and gold ray of galactic service. So we're actually going to do a little review. We're going to do a nice review going over the way that we section, or the way that there's systems built with these divine rays. And yes, there is an order and there's a system to this, which is pretty cool. That's what I love about the divine. Like, the creator is so fucking amazing. I don't know why I just had to say that, but so fucking amazing that we have all of this knowledge and all this infinite energy and information, but it all has an order to it. It all has a structure. It all has a rhyme and reason to why it has an existence and what it means in the rest of the universe. How amazing is that? There's no coincidences. There's nothing random. Everything has a blueprint and a purpose to why it exists, and we can interact with it at free will. How awesome. All right, let's get into it. So, this is by Nancy Robbins, and yes, it's the same last name as me, Robbins. The Robbins lineage, man. We're here to anchor that light. So, as a review, and this stuff is accessible. You guys can access this stuff through the Akashic Records and through your own intuitive channels. Since the harmonic convergence of August 15th to 17th in 1987, cosmic rays that were withdrawn just prior to the fall of Atlantis have been once again increasingly pouring forth onto the Earth plane. Rays of the 8 through 12 finally anchored onto the Earth in April of 94. These 5 rays carry a higher vibration of source light and are helping to activate our higher light and our true nature. In 1994, the rays 13 to 18 have been streaming onto the planet. These cosmic rays help us to integrate aspects of our multidimensional selves. So what I'm guessing is, as time has gone on, our collective has began to elevate the frequency on the planet. So due to the elevation of frequency on the planet coming out of the ignorance that we were in, we are able to now allow the field of the earth to be able to absorb and receive higher dimensional rays, because we're continuing to accelerate on our planetary frequency. So the more that we accelerate in our planetary frequency, the more higher dimensional rays we can receive. And it's the same for our vessel as well. All right. So rays number 1 through 7, the first 7 rays. You have the first, which is the blue. That's will and power. Second is yellow for wisdom. The third is pink for love. Fourth is purity, which is white. The fifth is green, which is healing, truth, and science. The sixth ray is purple ray of peace, or indigo. And then the seventh is the violet ray of freedom. So the first 7 rays are considered masculine rays and led predominantly by male ascended masters, along with their twin flames, archangels, and Elohim. And we're focused to the 7 stars of the Great Bear, or the Big Dipper. So what's really cool too is you'll get to learn the correlation of the different star nations and the constellations and how they house these different rays and different archetypes within them. So cool. Because again, it tells you that nothing just is created just to be there. Nothing just has a name and title and that's it. You know, it's not just the stars. The stars aren't just the stars. There's like micro details and blueprints and things that are going on within the stars. Just like how there's things going on within the planet Earth. But if you look at the Earth from the outside, you just look at it as a planet. But then when you zoom into the Earth, you see that there's cities, there's water, there's trees, there's animals, there's population. So it's the same thing with these other planets and star constellations, is that, yeah, we see them and observe them from the Earth, and we just see them as the Pleiades or the stars. But then when you get zoomed in, there's systems and living things going on within those places as well. And you can interact with it telepathically and multidimensionally, especially when you're on like psychedelics and things like that. So continuing on, we got the rays 18 through 14. This is in order to create balance. The 7 new rays are considered feminine rays and are led predominantly by female ascended masters, and are focused through the 7 sisters, or the stars of the Pleiades, also known as the 7 sages or the rishis. The new rays are infused with silver and gold to varying degrees. The silver ray represents the feminine quality and the essence of grace. The gold represents the masculine and spiritual authority. This yin-yang balance will aid Earth's and humanity's ascension. Now we have rays 15 to 18, which is where we are at now. These rays have a continually expanding focus of service into the galaxy and beyond, with galactic service, intergalactic service, and stellar enlightenment and multi-universal service. And that now takes us to where we are today on this episode, and that is the 15th ray. So the 15th silver and gold ray of galactic service, it starts truly shifting focus to our role as a galactic citizen and our service, not only to planet Earth, but to other star systems. The silver and gold ray is a ray of splendor, truthfulness, discipline, unlimited potential, loving kindness, and courage. The star that focuses on this ray is Sirius, also known as the Great Central Sun in this galaxy. The Syrian Archangel League of Light. This league works with this ray and it consists of beings of light body in such a way that you can, beings of light from Sirius that work on the 6th dimensional frequency. They can help you expand the frequency of your light body in such a way that you gain a deeper sense of your divine self, mission, and service. They are keepers of sacred geometry and sacred sound. And then you have the Galactic Council 12. So this Galactic Council works with this ray and is made up of elder ambassadors from the 12 lighted domains. You have Alcyone, the central sun of this galaxy, which is tied into the Pleiades. You have Aldebaran, which is Alpha Centauri, the Eye of Taurus, and this is the brightest star in the Taurus constellation. You have Andromeda, Arcturus, Lyra, Mercury, Orion, Pleiades, Sirius, Jupiter, Vega, and Venus. And these make up the Galactic Council 12 of our Galactic Council of this galaxy. So the council serves Melchior, the galactic logos, or overseer of the creator's galactic level, represented by the silver and gold color of light. Melchior represents the harmony of divine masculine and feminine energy. He is an integrated soul and powerful expression of the creator. He receives light from the creator and delivers it to the galactic, solar, and planetary levels. Melchior believes it is important to remain in balance and alignment during the great transformation now occurring as the planet receives higher frequencies that are raising consciousness and evolving the planet and humanity. To be in balance and enlightenment is to be in harmony with your true self. Harmony within your being manifests when you are aware of the light, love, and wisdom that naturally flows from within your being. You are a beacon and expression of the Creator. When you follow your inner guidance, allow yourself to follow your inner happiness and release yourself from self-imposed limitation. You then become harmonized and in balance with your truth. You shift yourself out of balance when you are battling with yourself, judging or criticizing others, and blocking your inner guidance. Being in balance is to be aware of who you truly are. To be in alignment and balance, seek to connect to your soul and your soul group, as well as your guides in meditation or prayer. This is especially important when you are feeling stuck, confused, or insecure. You are being supported so that you may support others. To be of service, one must have purpose that directs their service. You may know your life purpose, but if you do not, choose a sense of purpose in your life. If you wish to be a beacon of love, then direct your actions, your reactions, and your thoughts with love. Your purpose may be to creatively change your career or help those who are suffering. Then let this be your purpose expressed through your actions and thoughts. Your sense of purpose will empower you and can create fulfillment in your life. When you create a purpose, your soul flows with greater ease, and you will find yourself easily achieving your purpose. Wow, how cool is that? So we have Archangel Seraphiel. Archangel Seraphiel works with this ray. He's an angel of purification, resonating divine light that purifies, and is chief of the seraphim, the highest order of angels. His brilliant fiery light can burn away any impurities. He can help you get rid of any harmful substances or energies that are a hindrance to your life. He works with archangels Michael and Metatron to direct the seraphim's work. He emanates energies of justice and compassion, and is also known as the Archangel of Justice. He wishes to bring fairness and peace to all. Call on him when you want to overcome mistreatment, resolving conflicts in relationships, solve stressful problems in mutually beneficial ways, bring order to chaotic situations, or stand up for the oppressed. He can bring you peace and calmness by driving away fears, troubles, and worries. Awesome. Wow. Man, what I really love about these spaces and episodes is that the more we just focus on this energy, focus on being open and learning and just expanding and growing, then we're just going to feel our frequency get uplifted. We're going to feel the frequency of what it is that we're talking about and interacting with, because we are open to it and we are actively engaging with its energy field. How beautiful. Grand rising, everybody on the Instagram side. All right, so now we're going to go over into ascensionglossary.com. And on ascensionglossary.com, we're going to talk about the Silver Gate. This is pretty extraordinary. So the Silver Gate, the zodiac structural principles are both energetic and geometric, which are being aligned to the alchemical laws of God, hosted by the crystal star. The Earth's magnetosphere and solar system's heliosphere are getting exponentially weaker. These alterations to the magnetic field allowing an increasing saturation of cosmic rays into our inner solar system. The progression through the magnum opus, or the 13 constellation activations in this 12-month cycle, each bring in an alchemical law. We are moving through specific laws of alchemy located in the Ophiuchus constellation activation. This quality of silver gold frequency is being transmitted to our sun and planetary body for the first time. Through the silver ray dissolving into the golden gate, the returning of the spirit to the center of unity, or the process of inner unification, is activated as a law. This alignment begins a new exposure and is transmitting a new substance which has qualities of both elemental fire or elemental water and elemental ether. This is carried in a mixture with these plasmic silver gold liquid light frequencies, which make it divine fire water. Fire water is a new spiritual element being created through the alchemical process transmitted to the planetary body and humanity. The river of living waters from the Mother's creatrix, the rainbow crystal waters, flow out from the throne of God and unify into the dimensional door of the Golden Gate. The highest emanation of this mysterious elixir is both silver and gold, the chalice of God, which opens the portal of the Golden Gate. The ancients called the circuit path made around the galactic equator the Gate of the Gods, or the Golden Gate. The Orion constellation sits in the opposite direction, which would be considered the anti-galactic center. The ancients called it the circuit path from the Gate of Man, or the Silver Gate. Ophiuchus and Orion are mirror images of opposing polarity. Together they represent the ascending path through the Gate of Man, meeting at the Gate of the Gods. The many ascension stages we endure to reach our spiritual magnum opus are the stages of humanity moving through these sequences of consciousness gateways. We all incarnate as earthly beings that evolve through precision of the equinoxes. This takes us through the constellation consciousness realms, moving through the ecliptic path of the Gate of Man, to eventually complete the evolutionary cycle, which intersects at the galactic center. Once we unify the consciousness experience through the Gate of Man intersecting with the galactic equator of Ophiuchus's feet, we are potentially giving access to the Golden Gate. This allows us to proceed on the ascension path to become resurrected eternal spiritual beings, unified with the cosmic Holy Spirit. From our solar system, the galactic center lies visually along a line that passes through the Golden Gate. This is the gate to eternal life, which pours out the universal elixir that opens at the end of precision cycles. The Golden Gate is located on the circuit path, where the two great celestial spheres intersect together that create four quadrants. The quadrant is one of the four circulatory sectors in the equal division of the planetary sphere. These are marked by the four royal stars. The first great circuit is the path of the sun through the zodiac made in the annual cycle. The other is the circle path made from the center of our Milky Way galaxy, called the galactic equator. The intersection point made between the two circuits between Taurus and Gemini constellations is known as the Silver Gate. The intersection point of the two circuits between Scorpio and Sagittarius, right under Ophius right foot, is known as the Golden Gate. So that's pretty cool to note right there. If you're someone that likes to do grid work, or you like to do astral travel, channeling, things like that. So between Taurus and the Gemini constellation is where you can access the Silver Gate. And then between Scorpio and Sagittarius, that is where you can access the Golden Gate. The galactic plane. The circle path made from the center of our Milky Way is called the galactic equator or galactic plane. The galactic plane is the plane in which the majority of a disc-shaped galaxy's mass lies. The directions perpendicular to the galactic plane point to the galactic poles. Most often in actual usage, the term galactic plane or galactic poles are used to refer specifically to the plane or poles of the Milky Way, which is the galaxy in which the Earth is located. How cool is that? So I also wanted to look into this as well, and that is the divine fire water that they were mentioning, as I felt like that would be really cool to look into real quick. This divine fire water. So Azoth, or Azoth, the name given by the ancient alchemist as the essential agent in which alchemical transformation of elements, was the Azoth, known as the prima materia, the universal cure, the elixir of life. It was said to embody all medicines. It is the first creation principle that includes all other substances and elements. Azoth is related to the Kabbalist Ein Sof, the infinite substance of divine origin that created all existence. The Quphoth is the negative form shell and imposter spirit, or negative force, of the Sephiroth. In its negative form polarity, the Dark Mother is what animated life into the fallen Aziel hierarchies, the Antichrist forces, that were manifested in the underworld realms. As these fallen entities attempted to perform the cosmic sacred alchemy, they misused the divine fire water of the Azoth. The divine fire water is androgynous and split into the solar fire, and the water became the lunar water of the astral planes. And as you guys can see here, this is an activation symbol right here. Whew. And it's got the sound tones of the universe: Ra, Ta, Ya, Ah, Sa. And boy, I'm just going to go ahead and save this image right now to my computer. How powerful is that? So, light symbol code. The six-pointed Star of David is a light symbol code that represents the first cause of sound frequencies, unifying function of Holy Mother quintessence. The pure divine firewater within the alchemy of the Holy Spirit, the sacred animating force which controls the essence of organic and eternal life. Azoth. Oh, Platonic solids. So Platonic solids is something that Terrence Howard talked about for a while last year. So the mystery schools of Pythagoreans and the ancient Greeks taught that there were 5 solids that are the core patterns behind physical creation. 4 of the Platonic solids are archetypal patterns behind the 4 elements in creation: earth, fire, air, and water. The 5th was considered to be a universal substance known as the ether. The 5th solid is the dodecahedron, and its usage in the material world was closely guarded, as it was felt to be dangerous if misused. We are acutely aware that the NAA, or the negative agenda, in many of the Illuminati lines has misused these as forms that are the basis of reversal 10 structures that have been placed on the earth as mind control. These are called reversal 55 grid and appear as a dodecahedron shapes. They are a part of the reversal matrix used by service to self. Hence in our model we came the dodecahedron as the elemental matrix substance used to form time and space. Through Heros games, the upgrade is the Star of Azoth to the crystal star 7 Sacred Suns, which hold the cosmic ether component for our connection and communication, which is fully governed by cosmic sovereign law in the crystal star host. The cosmic ether, or mother's quintessence, manifests itself into geometrical wave pattern and breathes life into its creating offspring. Multiple fractal patterns of spirals that are creations birthed into form matter. Azoth. Wow. What deep and beautiful knowledge. Whew. Good stuff. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so now let's go ahead and segue and make our way into talking about some of these guides and planetary systems that we can connect with that help us activate and be present with this silvered and gold ray of galactic service.
Who are the Syrians? The Syrians are a group of star beings, and their appearance is often associated with that of the constellation Orion. They are said to be the highest level of being, and it is said that up to 4% of the total population on Earth has some type of Syrian DNA. The Syrians are also said to be the ancestors of the Native Americans. They are considered wizards and masters of the time. A Syrian's entire being is made up of past, present, and future. They live many lifetimes, from 1 to 11,000. They are immortal and ageless. The Syrians live for eons and are apparently able to transcend space and time. They hold great wisdom and power. Syrians are pure energy and exist in all dimensions, including the 3rd dimension. Syrians have a shield that surrounds them. The shield is made of a violet blue liquid. Syrians have the ability to shapeshift, as well as the ability to teleport long distances. They also possess the ability to fly and, in rare cases, the ability to shapeshift into animals. Syrians also have the ability to alter time, space, and dimension, and to alter matter. The Syrian starseeds, also known as the Syrian High Council, that came to Earth to help humanity and have since committed themselves to the protection of the Earth. Syrians are often described as tall, thin, and gaunt, making them appear otherworldly. They also have long, glowing blue hair, and their skin is usually described as being translucent or glowing. The Syrians are commonly seen in natural settings such as deserts and forests. When entering the Earth's atmosphere, they sometimes use jet-black spacecraft. They first became aware of Earth thousands of years ago. It was then that the Syrians began to observe humanity and protect it. At first, they were cautious and distrustful of humanity. After centuries of observation, however, they began to realize that humanity was not a threat. The Syrians, who originate from the planet Sirius, are the brightest stars in the night sky and have long fascinated humans. From mid-northern latitudes throughout the year, this star is easy to see without the aid of a telescope or binoculars. Today, astronomers say that Sirius is no ordinary star. It's a binary star system, meaning that it contains two stars orbiting each other. One star, called Sirius B, is significantly larger than Sirius A, the star at the center of our system, which you can see with the unaided eye. Sirius B has a mass more than 25 times that of the Sun. Astronomers also estimate that Sirius B is 1 billion years old. Sirius is 10 times as bright as the Moon, although the Moon is 40 times closer to Earth. Sirius is the brightest star in the constellation Canis Major, also known as the Great Dog. In Greek mythology, Canis Major is Zeus's dog, guarding him and his cattle. In Roman mythology, Canis Major is Arcus, the guardian of Zeus's cattle. In Arabic, the name is Al-Sur, the dog star. Wengxing means literary star in traditional Chinese. In Indian astronomy, Sirius is known as Rohini, meaning rising. In Hindu mythology, Rohini is the wife of the sage Vishvamitra. Sirius is also associated with various deities. Sirius is Swarga, the heavenly kingdom, as well as the home of the souls. The Syrians taught humans many advanced sciences, including the sciences of math, physics, chemistry, biology, and medicine. They also helped humanity with the construction of various technologies, such as the laser, atomic science, modern communications, robotics, and artificial intelligence. The Syrian star seeds, also known as the light workers, are seeds that contain the blueprint of the Syrian system. Star seeds are given this blueprint as a gift to assist humans in awakening and transitioning into the fifth dimension. The Syrians call this the New Earth. They are here to experience this beautiful planet in the process of becoming a paradise, free from the tyranny and corruption that currently exists on Earth. The Syrians are opening many doors for us by their ongoing fight against the Cabal. They have revealed their presence to increase our understanding of our cosmic family. The need for continued secrecy is diminishing because the Syrians' light will restore planetary freedom, abundance, and unity consciousness. Pets are often sent to chosen individuals to assist them, help them heal, and comfort them. Pets are sent to someone by the person's star family, which also enables them to monitor the individual's progress on Earth in conscious evolution. Cats originate from the Lyrans. Dogs come from Sirius. Aho. This is a message to humanity from Aurora Ray, Ambassador of the Galactic Federation.
I mean, wow. How cool is that? We just got to learn some really fun stuff right there about the Syrians and our human connection here on the Earth. Yeah, I love how it finished off with talking about pets. Because, yeah, dogs come from Cana Major, canines. And cannabis also comes from Sirius as well. And that is why it elevates our frequency and helps bring clarity and healing to our being. So fascinating. And I love how it even said, cats come from Lyra. So the cats are Lyran, and then the dogs are canines from Sirius. And then you also have water mammals that come from Sirius as well, such as the dolphins, the whales, and even mermaid energy. So yeah, you can tune in and tap in with Syrian energy in many different ways, especially in this time period that we're in. So we'll go ahead and continue. And we will go into our next divine connection, when it comes to this 15th ray.
Long ago, under a sky streaked with silver light, a divine child was born. The heavens themselves whispered of his coming, and the stars aligned in awe. They named him Seraphil, the light bearer, for his very presence radiated warmth and hope. And from the first, it was foretold that he would bring peace to the realm. For 30 years, Seraphil walked the world in grace and kindness, growing in wisdom and power. He healed the sick, guided the lost, and inspired courage in the hearts of kings and peasants alike. But in the shadows, the Dark Lord watched, coveting the light-bearer's power. Then, on the eve of his 30th year, the Dark Lord struck with blackened magic and a heart full of hatred. He struck Seraphil down, extinguishing the light that had warmed the world. The skies turned crimson, and for a moment, the realm fell silent in grief. Yet, death could not hold Seraphil. From the depths of darkness, he rose again, but not as before. His once pure light was now entwined with shadows. His angelic wings, once white as snow, were now blackened at the edges, and his eyes burned with both sorrow and wrath. He had become a fallen angel, neither fully of heaven nor entirely of the mortal world. Though his form had changed, Seraphil's purpose remained. With newfound power, tempered by the pain of betrayal, he confronted the Dark Lord, vanquishing him and ending his reign of terror. And so the age of Seraphil began, a time of healing and hope after years of sorrow. He established an order of holy warriors to protect the realm from the forces of darkness. And he walked among mortals once more, guiding and helping them in their struggles. Though some still feared him, seeing only a fallen angel, few knew the true extent of his sacrifice, of the unbearable choice he'd made to embrace the darkness in order to save the world. For Seraphil understood that true light could only exist with understanding and acceptance of its opposite. That in the grand tapestry of existence, both light and shadow were needed to create balance and beauty. Thus, Seraphil, the fallen angel, became a legend, a symbol of hope and resilience, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the light will find a way to shine through.
Wow. Wow. That was just such inspirational energy. That was awesome. Archangel Seraphil. How cool is that, though? Like, you really don't hear about some of these archangels. But that's quite a story right there. How cool. So yeah, you can connect with the Syrians, Archangel Seraphil, and they will connect you to this 15th silver and gold ray of galactic service. Pretty awesome, I'd have to say. Welcome, Nature Wolf. Good stuff, all right. So I'm not going to really go over any crystals since we're kind of getting into a little bit higher dimensional energy. But, you know, crystals I could mention is Lemurian quartz, as well as really just quartz crystal as a whole. I mean, quartz is the most diverse stone, and you can use it for any intention, and quartz will amplify that intention. So really just, you know, working with quartz crystals and setting your galactic intentions into it would probably be really cool to do. I mean, you can think of like crystals like maybe celestite, because it helps you connect with the angelic realm. Maybe like any channeling stones that help you with channeling. I'm gonna pull a card for us. This is from the Beyond Lemuria deck. But this is how we're going to close out today. We're going to close out with a Lemurian Oracle message. All right. Card for today is number 44. Shine your light. Shine your light. What is holding you back from shining your light today? Is it perhaps your thoughts? Is it fear? Is it pain? Is it judgment? Is it lack of support? What is it that is keeping you from shining your light today? Is it internal blockages? Because it could be internal blockages. Maybe you need to do a silver and gold ray meditation today. Let's see what the book has to say. Doing what you love. It's time to thrive. Giving from the overflow. Life purpose. Being authentically you. Compassionate self-empowerment. Loving life. Trying things you resonate with. Bringing joy to others by being an inspiration. You are amazing. There is no one like you. And no one can do you as you can. Yet, we sometimes feel that we need to be a certain way. A way not aligned with our authentic self. You may feel obliged to do something or be someone. You may have stopped doing some of the things that you love due to time and energy restraints. When you take time to do what you truly love, it makes you shine every day. You will light up and bring joy to other people's worlds. As you go about your life, you'll have a sense of purpose and feel naturally inspired to fulfill your responsibilities. You will also have more energy and love to overflow. Doing what we love can bring so much goodness to our hearts that it filters into other areas of our life. Yet, when life is demanding more of us, we give up the things we love. To make way for more practical pursuits, quote unquote practical. When we finally come back to these pursuits, we wonder why we waited. For much of my life, I did not paint because I thought it was self-indulgent. I questioned how doing what I love could be beneficial to others. Now the constant messages of gratitude I receive for anchoring my visions on canvas make me wonder how I ever thought that way. It takes discipline to do what we love. I'm going to read that sentence again. It takes discipline to do what we love, especially if we are natural givers. It is easy to get caught up with other people's lives. There can also be a strong cultural belief that fulfilling a creative need is selfish. The irony here is that tending to our own needs harms none, and we will have a lot more to give. It is time for us to collect our light and shift the vibration here on Earth, starting with our inner sense of being. Try those things that I've always wanted to be explored. Weave enjoyment through your day-to-day experience. Find purpose and the inspiration to spring out of bed in the morning. It is time to thrive. Divinatory meaning. Where can you shine your light? When you have a purpose, you will also have limitless energy and no joy. Where can you grow enthusiasm in your life? Consider how you can be more aligned with your passions so you can harness your light. It may be time to return to something you enjoyed, but stop doing for no good reason. You are a sovereign being. Regain compassionate empowerment and remember what lights up your world and own it. Beautiful. Number 44, shine your light. From the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. And if you guys look at these edges out here, we have gold and silver with the Lemurian blue and the Syrian blue, blue ray energy. Actually, if you look at the screen, the edges are about the same exact color that I made the colors of the headline on here. Pretty cool. Look at that. And not all these cards have that too, which is pretty interesting. If you guys look, they don't have that same silver gold edge. Just specifically today, we got the Syrian colors, the Syrian mermaid energy with the silver and gold on the trim. Can't make this stuff up, man. But with that being said, it's time for me to close out. I love you all. Thank you for tapping in and being a part of this. Feel free to leave your comments, your feedback, add to the conversations in the comments. And of course, reach out anytime if you want a one-on-one healing service. I do them online and in person here in Ohio. Reach out if you have questions about retreats that I'm hosting, or if you'd like to be a part of the international Starseed Sacred Kingdom community that I host as well. Everybody have a blessed, beautiful day. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm about to get ready to do a beautiful subconscious reprogramming workshop for someone's life guidance that I am now going to be holding with this client. Beautiful day ahead, that's for sure. So again, thank you guys. Blessed Tuesday. And I'll see you guys later on tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern as we explore the 16th ray on Grand Rising with ChristoLight. See you guys then. Our founder claims. This right here is an embodied form of the violet ray spectrum. Tap in and tune in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. Live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Grand Rising with ChristoLight. your sacred space for discovering the Ascended Masters in crystal healing. Ashe.